The back lever is an impressive gymnastic skill. At first glance, may seem extreme and difficult due to the shoulder position. However, it's actually pretty easy to learn after mastering the basics. It's one of the most fundamental static strength skills in gymnastics. It's elegant and you can experience its transfer effects in other exercises, especially in the planche, due to the similar body position and shoulder position. The significant difference is that this is an exercise in hanging, while the planche is an exercise in support, but still, transfer effects are noticeable due to the similarities. You can perform the back lever on both the bar and rings. It's recommended to start practicing on the bar first for stability, although with proper preparation, you won't have issues on the rings either. Mastering this skill contributes to the strength and flexibility of the shoulders, the achievement of advanced body awareness, and strengthen the tissues and biceps in the elbow joint for exercises with straight arms. Regarding the grip, here it gets a little interesting. In calisthenics and street workout, many perform the back lever with an overhand grip, but you'll never see gymnasts doing it this way. Of course, both executions are possible, but I personally recommend the underhand grip, and it's no coincidence that this execution is used in gymnastics. The underhand grip reduces the strain on the elbow and the shoulder joint tissues, thus the head of the humerus fits in a more stable position in the shoulder joint and the forearm is not twisted, unlike in the overhand grip. The anatomically neutral position for the arms is the supinated position, where the palms and the bends of the elbows face forward. The underhand grip back lever extends this position with shoulder extension. This position stretches and loads the biceps, but it also significantly strains the connective tissues, so proper preparation is crucial. Even with proper preparation, experiencing stretch and minor pain during the progressions is normal. This is because the bicep tenses isometrically and then extends beyond its usual length. However, as you become stronger in this exercise, the pain will eventually go away. In my opinion, the underhand grip offers many more advantages and transfer effects, preparing the arms for the supinated grip planche, iron cross, and numerous advanced gymnastic skills. For professional gymnasts, performing various skills with an overhand grip would be impossible, such as the Van Gelder or Zanetti, where the underhand grip back lever is crucial. In summary, I recommend the underhand grip because it puts the arms in anatomically neutral position, which is more advantageous for the elbow joint after proper preparation for further exercises, and this execution also brutally strengthens the biceps, which will be beneficial both aesthetically and functionally. When we talk about muscle contractions, besides the mentioned biceps tension, the chest, the lats, the spinal erectors, the entire core, the glutes, and some other muscles are significantly engaged. When should you start practicing the back lever? After mastering the joint preparation and basic exercises, which include the following basic static exercises: the L-sit, shoulder stand, and elbow lever, and it's good if you can already do a handstand against the wall in terms of body awareness and shoulder strength. In the Gymnastics Method app, you can go through this entire process in one place, starting with the 6-week prehab program through the basics to static skills and beyond. What I would highlight as a prerequisite for the back lever are scapula and core exercises, especially scapular retraction in rear support, which when performed with elevated hips ensures proper shoulder mobility preparation. Many are concerned about shoulder mobility before attempting the back lever, but if you can perform this exercise and the rear push-up hold, you won't have a mobility issue. In addition, it doesn't hurt to do shoulder extension stretches, which can prepare your elbow and shoulder joints for the load. The German hang is an advanced exercise for this, and if you haven't practiced it before, you don't have to start just because of this. Even in the first progression, you will feel a similar load on the elbow joint, but you don't need to extend your shoulders as much in it. Before we dive into the progressions, it's important to clarify the shoulder position. In the back lever, you need to depress and abduct your scapulas, which means you need to press down and push your shoulders forward. This shoulder position can lead to transfer effects in the planche, and the other aspect is the position of the torso itself, which you must maintain in the same position against gravity, which is especially useful in the straddle and full executions. Now that you know everything, let's look at the progressions. The first progression is the tuck back lever. Your knees need to be in front of your chest with the help of the abs and hip muscles. In this position, you should focus on the tension in the chest the lats, and the anterior part of the shoulders, controlling the proper body position. The correct position is when the shoulders and the hips are aligned and your upper body is parallel to the ground, the back is rounded, the scapulas are depressed and abducted, and the knees are close to your chest. If you can hold this position for 20 to 30 seconds, move forward. The second progression is the advanced tuck back lever. In this one, the tuck position is maintained in a more advanced form. The goal is to straighten the upper body, activate the stabilizing muscles, and remove the legs from the trunk, anterior torso and thighs, as well as the legs form a minimum angle of 90 degrees or more. The extension of the body's center of gravity, which increases the load on the shoulders and elbows, is inevitable. If you can hold this position for 20 to 30 seconds, move on. The third progression is the straddle back lever. The difficulty of performing this exercise greatly depends on the width of your straddle. The wider it is, the less likely you will experience a sudden increase in intensity compared to the previous progression. Another advantage of a wide straddle is that it looks more aesthetic and elegant. So if you have neglected it so far, it's time to start working on hip mobilizations. Otherwise, you may encounter difficulties at this stage and find the next progression easier, so keep this in mind. If you have not practiced holding a straddle position in a similar situation before, you may initially experience cramping in the hip abductor muscles, which is a normal reaction. The scapula should be depressed and abducted, the shoulder and hip should be aligned so the whole body is parallel to the ground. Your straddle should be as wide as possible with extended knees and pointed toes. If you can hold this position for 5 to 10 seconds, proceed to the next step. The fourth progression is the half extended leg back lever. In this position, one leg is fully extended from the hip to the toes, while the other leg's foot is next to the knee of the extended leg. Of course, if this is too difficult at first, you can tuck in more. The key is to avoid performing a hip flexion. This tuck position may be easier for many than the straddle execution for the previously mentioned reasons. If you can hold this progression for 5 to 10 seconds, proceed to the next step. The fifth optional progression is the half layback lever. The correct position here involves the scapulas being depressed and abducted, with the shoulder, hip, and knees aligned in such a way that the torso is parallel to the ground. The knees should be bent at 90 degrees or more. As I mentioned, this is an optional progression, as many are able to perform the target exercise after mastering the straddle and half extended leg versions. The recommended hold time here is also 5 to 10 seconds. In the full back lever, the technique is the same as in the straddle back lever, except the legs are together. The shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, and torso are aligned, and the body is parallel to the ground. Initially, it might be difficult to find the correct body position, so you can record yourself to check your form or ask your training partners to tell you when you are parallel to the ground. You can reduce the intensity with resistance band attached to the bar or rings and your hips. The recommended hold is 5 to 10 seconds. If you want to build a shredded physique like gymnasts have from scratch, from the comfort of your home, with just 2-3 workouts a week, download the Gymnastics Method app in the App Store or Google Play Store, become a member, and get access to our programs, tutorials, daily workouts, and much more. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and now check out my earlier videos on the end screen.